you guys are new, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe and hit the follow button if you guys are new. And of course, if you're returning, also make sure you hit the like button. If you don't like the stream, just make sure you hit the like button an odd number of times. Right now, the Crypto Fear and Greed Index is currently sitting at 66, and we are currently in greed. So again, something to look at. I'm really not concerned until we get above 90. That's when you get into extreme greed, and that's really when you would consider wanting to take some partial profits out of the market. That's not financial advice. I mean, that's just what you should do if you're a smart investor, unless you are, investing for the next 20 to 40 years. So right now, let's look at the book map. This shows you where there is all the orders, all the liquidity on Bitcoin. And on the right, you have the daily time frame. On the left, you have the weekly time frame. If we currently look on the right, we have liquidity on the daily at 110, but technically, the closest liquidity is still at $107,000. On the weekly, you still have a lot at 115. You have a lot at 111. So where do we go first? Well, I would look at the daily first because that is a smaller time frame. And right now, it's kind of indecisive. But if we go anywhere, if we go up, we're going to 110. If we go down, we're going back down to 107. Now, I made a video earlier today on YouTube, and I said the likely scenario for me, because it's the weekend, is either we go sideways or we dump. I did not see a pump coming. The daily time frame on Bitcoin is extended, and it's curving down on the stock RSI. Also, if you look at the bullpen that we have here, we're at the top of the pattern. The most likely scenario is you come back down to the bottom of the pattern, really at 105, and I said at least 106,000. If that doesn't happen, I'd be surprised. I think there's a 70% chance this week we see $107,000 Bitcoin. If not, honestly, worst case scenario about 105, where we have weekly support. So that is just kind of I'm a little bearish right now. I gotta be honest. The 12-hour time frame doesn't look good either. Again, you're still at the top of the range. So again, I could see downside. Thank you for the follow, Moment. Appreciate it if you hit the like or hit the, hit the likes as well. Appreciate it. So to me, it looks possible and probable that we do go further to the downside on Bitcoin here on some of these time frames. So I'm just going to do a sound check on YouTube really quick, and it looks like we're good. So on the 8-hour time frame, again, same situation as a 12-hour, and pretty much the same situation as a daily. We're just curving down. I mean, the 8-hour to the 24-hour basically look the same. Now, the 6-hour is kind of interesting to me. You're still not at the bottom of the pattern, so I'm still thinking we could get a move down, but you're getting oversold now on the 4-hour and possibly on the 6-hour. Now, the 4-hour is trying to bounce, but it's a lackluster bounce, which usually tells me we're about to roll over. So we'll see what happens. Let's jump down to the 3-hour time frame. Again, the 3-hour time frame, technically speaking, is getting a nice curve up on the stock RSI, but again, it's a lack of follow-through. Your previous high was 110.6, and currently right now we have not even broken 109K. So we'll see what happens, but I'm still not loving what I'm seeing. The 2-hour is completely extended. The 1-hour is curving down. Now at least it's starting to curve down on the RSI. So, it doesn't look great. Now, what is interesting to me, even though all those time frames look sketchy to me, the 15-minute time frame is trying to get that bounce back to the upside. My problem is right now on the 15-minute time frame, and why I'm still not loving what I'm seeing, is that the fact that the 15-minute time frame, you can see, only got down to 10 on the stock RSI, and you did not get completely oversold. So that usually signals to me we do roll over. So again, based on all these time frames, short-term and mid-term, I'm looking for more downside on Bitcoin, and short-term is the next 24 hours, mid-term is the rest of this week, 7 days. I still see $105,000 to $106,000 being the next stop for Bitcoin later this week. If you get a short-term 5-minute bounce, so be it. But today, Bitcoin has really been range-bound between 108 and 103, 108K and 108.3. Really, that $300 range. Now, if you break above 108.3, you could look for a massive breakout here on Bitcoin. So you have to only go up $45 more. But as of right now, I don't love what I see. Again, let me look at the 10-minute really quickly. The 10-minute did get oversold. No, it got close. It went down to 6. The 7-minute did get oversold. The 5-minute got oversold. So we'll see what happens. There is possibility we pump here. 5 minutes back above the 200. But overall, I still would be I think there's at least a 70% chance that Bitcoin does go down to $107,000 this week. We'll see what happens. If you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know in the comment section below and I'll look at them. So that is why I have this arrow here or this line, because I still think it's probable or possible that we go back down to the bottom of the range. So, We're live on YouTube and TikTok as well. We have a trading group if you guys want to join that. Link to join is on TikTok and YouTube as well. And we have a free Telegram group as well. I think the link to join that is only on my X page. I'm not quite sure. So if you guys have requests for altcoins or any other coin, let me know in the comment section below. I'll do stocks as well. I'll do stocks. And the stock market is back open tomorrow, being the Monday. It was not open on Friday. So appreciate if you guys hit the likes. It does help support the channel. So literally the least you guys can do. I appreciate it. So anyways, that's kind of what I see going on. I see downside for Bitcoin, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we get that massive pump to the upside. Remember, Bookmap does suggest if we do go up, 110 is a target. If we go down, Bookmap does suggest that really about 107 would be the first stop for Bitcoin. So that's only $1,300 low. We'll see what happens for Bitcoin. Can you look at the altcoin market cap? Yeah. Make sure you guys just hit the likes and I'll do that. Let me see if I have it on my watch list. It should be on my watch list. Should be on my watch list. For Tesla looks really bad. Chris looks really bad. NVIDIA looks very bullish to me. But let me see if I have that on my... Do I have that? Let's see. I should have that. Should also be towards the bottom. I can just look at this. Okay. So I'll do a deep dive on this if you guys hit the like. I mean, it's not difficult. Come on now. It's not difficult. So anyways, I will look at this in a moment. I'll wait for you to do your thing. But anyways, let me see if there's anything else I want to look at in the meantime. I did tell you, I made a video at least on TikTok on buying more Atom at some point. Not yet, but I am buying more. But I'm going to start dollar cost averaging into Atom. It is what I'm going to start doing. AMP right now, I do hold a very small amount of AMP. It is underperforming, so I stopped buying AMP. It's again below the 4-hour 200. How's it going, Tito? So anyways, I see... AMP looks really bad as well. You're below the 4-hour 200. Are you below the daily 200? It just doesn't look good. And that's the daily. Daily, that's a much lower high than the previous time you overbought. The previous time you overbought was 0.0056, and now you're only at 0.0034. So to me, AMP looks like a bear flag here, and it looks like you're about to dump here further to the downside. I do hold AMP, but it looks atrocious right now. I mean, if I was in any position, I'd rather be shorting this, and that would take you back down. That would take you down to that support area. The conservative measure move would be down to 0.003 tenths of a penny. We'll see what happens. But so we'll see what happens. It doesn't look great for AMP right now. So if you guys have the likes, I will do any requests that you have. But anyways, it's kind of AMP looks pretty bad to me, unfortunately. Atom, Atom's on my radar. I'm not buying just yet, but sometime in July or definitely August, I'll buy some, at least some, just a dollar cost average. Because I did say my macro analysis. I think sometime by the end of this year, Bitcoin is going to 140 to 150K, and if that happens, even the shittiest of coins is going to pump. So, I can do Solana and I can do those, but I just was requesting a few likes first. So total 3 right now on the daily time frame is curving to the downside, suggesting that we do go lower. Your next support is $789 billion. And then if you lose that 740, now if you break $145 billion, you can look for more upside. The 4 hours below the 200-day moving average. The daily is below the 200. So to me, it looks most likely that total 3 is also going to roll over here. And that would not be helping Bitcoin either. I know they're separate, but it wouldn't help Bitcoin. It would not help the altcoin market. So I gotta say, I see the market overall, especially the altcoins, getting it dumped to the downside, at least down a few percent. So we'll see what happens. But to me right now, it looks bad. So if you guys have requests, let me know. Otherwise, that's kind of, again, I'll wrap it up. Not quite sure why the viewership is so bad. It's actually a joke at this point. So if you guys have requests, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up because I'm not going to be talking to myself. That's what I'm doing right now. Interesting. Anyways. So, yeah, that's kind of what I see going on for Bitcoin. Let me go back to Bitcoin really quickly, and then I'm going to wrap up this stream. I'll be back live Monday at 11 p.m. Central Time. Well, I'll be back to that time. So I'll be back Monday, back at our regular scheduled live stream time. But for right now, I do see more downside for Bitcoin. We'll see what happens. I see downside, and I see move down to $105,000 to $107,000. 5 minute now on Bitcoin, getting overbought, making a lower high. That's not a good sign. So to me, if anything, that's a rising wedge. And I'm not saying I'd short that, but I would be looking for a move back to the downside here on a Bitcoin, and we'll see what happens after that. So interesting. So we'll see what happens after that. But I don't love this little pump here for Bitcoin. I do see it continuing further to the downside. So that just doesn't look good to me on the 5 minute time frame. The 1 minute has life. So if you hold 108.2, you have a chance on the 1 minute, the 200-day moving average. But overall, I wouldn't be buying this pump. And I wouldn't even call it a pump unless you break 108.3. Now, if you break 108,300, that's where you could see some action in the charts. So Bitcoin dominance right now, if we go to look at Bitcoin dominance, I haven't looked at Bitcoin dominance right now. This is basically how Bitcoin is performing compared to the rest of the market. So if this chart's going up, that means Bitcoin is dominating the market. On the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we're above the 200-day moving average, and you're sitting right above support at 65.2%. That's a good sign for Bitcoin, which again suggests that Bitcoin has more power than the rest of the market right now. If you look at the daily time frame, you can see the daily made a higher low and a little bit of a falling wedge here, which suggests to me that Bitcoin could really get a move to the upside here coming sometime. Frankly, Bitcoin's probably going to get a bounce here and continue further to the upside as far as Bitcoin dominance is concerned, which tells me that Bitcoin itself is going to also start to outperform the market again. That would get Bitcoin dominance up to about 69.5%. That would be very bullish for Bitcoin. Usually whenever it's above 70% is maybe when you get a blow off top. So I do see a blow off top coming here by the end of this year. Maybe I'm wrong, but that a blow off top I think is around 150K. Maybe I'm wrong. That's just what I see, and I'm telling you how I see it. So we'll see what happens. But overall, I see Bitcoin getting a nice rally here probably sometime in August or September. With that being said, guys, that's going to wrap it up. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe, share this video with your friends so they can notify whenever I go live as well. And I'll be back live Monday at 11 p.m. Central Time. And that is my update for this video. I do see more downside coming for the rest of the night. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. We'll see. But either way, that's my update. I'll leave it at that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And hopefully we get a better turnout on Monday because this is starting to become a little bit of a joke, honestly. I mean, it's not even really worth my time anymore if we are going to get one viewer every time. I don't know why it's so bad. I go live every single Monday and Saturday. It's not like I'm inconsistent. I don't know what's happening. I'm either at the point of restarting my channel or just being done because it's a waste of my time at this point. I enjoy going live and talking about crypto, but if we got one viewer every time, it's not worth it. So we'll see what happens. But I might have to start a new TikTok channel because it's not going very well. So we'll see what happens. That's where I stand with it right now. And I'll be back live 11 p.m. Central Time on Monday, 2 hours later than now. And I'll see you guys then. Trade safe. Always use the stop loss. And if Bitcoin does break 108.3, then that probably means that we're going up to 109.2. So that is the bullish scenario. And it looks like maybe it could happen right now. It looks probable at this point. We're testing the highs of the day at 108,300. So if that happens again, I mean, it's probably going to rip. It's been trying to break this resistance level all day long. If you do it now, my guess is, and Sunday nights are a good day to take longs, technically speaking. If you break it now, I could see a big move coming back to the upside here for Bitcoin. That's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next one, 11 p.m. Central Time on Monday. I will post 2 YouTube videos Monday during the day. or at least a YouTube and a TikTok, and then it'll be live on Monday night. Cheers. Always use stop loss trends your friend till the end. Right now, the trend on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin is to the upside. So technically, if you're long, you should be in the money right now. That's all I got. Have a great rest of your Sunday night, and I'll see you guys on or Saturday night, and I'll see you guys on Monday night for our next live stream at 11 p.m. Central Time. Cheers. Have a great night, everyone.